What if playing video games after midnight made you a criminal? In South Korea, that actually happened. For almost a decade, kids under 16 were legally blocked from playing online games between midnight and 6 a.m. The law was real. The restrictions were digital. And it all started with something called the Cinderella Law. Back in 2011, South Korea passed a national law aimed at stopping teens from gaming through the night. It was officially called the Youth Protection Revision Act, but most people knew it as the Shutdown Law, and its goal was simple: stop minors from losing sleep over online games. Between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m., kids under 16 were automatically blocked from accessing online multiplayer servers. Not just warned, blocked. Game companies like Blizzard, Riot, and Nexon were required to enforce the ban through login systems tied to each player's age and ID. If you tried to log in to League of Legends, StarCraft, or Minecraft after midnight, and you were underage, you got a message saying you were locked out by law. So why go that far? Because South Korea isn't just any gaming country. It's one of the most competitive, connected, and game-obsessed places in the world. Esports is huge. PC bangs, 24-hour gaming cafes are everywhere. And in 2011, the government was getting nervous about teen gaming addiction. Reports of kids skipping school, staying up all night, or collapsing after marathon sessions made headlines. So lawmakers stepped in and treated overnight gaming like a public health issue. But here's the twist. The law only applied to online games, and only if you were under 16, which meant console games? Still playable. Offline games? Still fine. Using your parents' ID to bypass the block? Totally possible. And very common. Some parents even gave kids their login info, not to break the law, but just to avoid the hassle. So the ban was there, but easy to dodge. Gamers weren't happy. Neither were parents. And game developers hated being forced to police player behavior. Even government officials started questioning whether the law was actually working, or just annoying everyone. Some critics called it outdated. Others called it a symbolic move with no real impact. And after years of debate, delays, and digital workarounds, in August 2021, the shutdown law was officially repealed. The government decided to focus on parental controls and education instead of a blanket ban. Now, kids under 16 in South Korea can play games after midnight again, legally. But the memory of the Cinderella Law still lingers in Korean gaming culture. So the next time someone tells you to log off already, just be glad it's not the government making that decision for you. Because in South Korea, staying up late to game wasn't just unhealthy, it was illegal. What's the weirdest tech rule you've ever heard of? Drop it in the comments. It might be the next episode of Rules Gone Wild.